What an absolute classic. All timer. November Rain, Guns N' Roses. I'm going to sound old now, but they don't make music like this anymore. Whoa, they don't. Hello, as always. Hope everyone is well. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. Happy Monday. We had a good Monday. I've had a cracking Monday, I can't lie. And the weather has been stunning again. I think this is about the fifth or sixth day in a row in the UK. I've had good weather. It doesn't happen often, so you've got to enjoy it. Yeah, it's been a lovely day, nice and warm. Not to be fair, this morning I woke up, it's like it's warm enough and decent enough, but I thought it's not as good as last week, that clear, crystal clear blue skies and all that. And then just as the day went on, it got better and better and better. I ended up later on going out in the garden. We've got some new garden furniture. Ended up lying down on that, having a cheeky nap. You can. I tell you what, you can't beat a good nap. You cannot beat a good nap. Now, big news breaking today. I've only just seen it, but it was announced a few hours ago. Tyson Fury versus AJ is finally confirmed for Q4 this year, which is like obviously like the final 3 months of the year. So sometime over October, November, December, maybe a Christmas clash, Christmas time clash. For me, my initial thoughts on it, like, I am buzzing. It's going to be obviously arguably the biggest boxing match in British boxing history. For me, it felt like this is the best time it could have been done outside of a few years ago when they both had all the belts. It felt like if it didn't get done this time, it was never going to get done, or it would have been too late, say if they did it next year or the year after. Maybe a bit like Mayweather versus Pacquiao. That felt like that was just a few years too late for it. I think this probably was it. AJ versus Fury fight was probably at its peak pre-Usyk domination, when obviously Usyk came up and basically just showed everyone he's the number one in the world. He literally dismantled the best of the British and the best of world boxing. Really came up from cruiserweight, and I love Usyk. Usyk is incredible. Like his boxing IQ is. The fact he could outbox Tyson Fury says everything. Like Tyson Fury's boxing IQ is sensational, but the fact for me, Usyk just and I know Tyson Fury said he felt he won the first fight, but for me, I'm not a boxing purist by any stretch of imagination. I love boxing, but for me, yeah, Usyk outboxed Tyson. He outboxed AJ, and he deservedly unified the division. He did beat Daniel Dubois controversially. Was Dubois not down or not? Was it below the belt? But yeah, Usyk's just come up, dismantled the best of Britain, and conquered the heavyweight division. So fair play to Usyk. But yeah, Fury and AJ finally confirmed. Like I say, for me, I think it's been made at the best time it could have been post the belts. When they both holding the belts, that would have been the best time. If they could have fought to unify the division, did they both have the belts at the same time? Or was AJ holding the belts and Fury was on a title charge? I can't quite remember now. I'm getting my information mixed up. But either way, there was a time where it looked like they could have both held the belts and they could have fought to unify the division a few years ago. And that felt like the perfect time. Obviously, it's good to see the announcement. Like I say, it does say Q4, but there's a couple of things I've noted on it. Obviously, there's no date initially, which I'm guessing they're still hashing out. There's no venue/location being confirmed. So is it going to be in Britain/England, like Wembley, or is it going to be in Saudi? Because I imagine Turkey Al Sheikh's involved. For me, I think it can't not be in Britain. It's the biggest British boxing bout of all time. Definitely the biggest heavyweight bout of all time, but arguably the biggest bout of all time. And for me, I think to not have it in Britain wouldn't make sense. And would be a bit of an insult to the British boxing fans and the boxing community, I think, to have two home champions, people's champions, legacy champions, not fighting the hometown. So for me, I feel it has to be in the UK, and if it is, I mean, it has to be Wembley, 80,000 strong. That atmosphere, like, I will do my absolute best to go to that. I'll sit in the gods. I don't care what it costs, just to feel that atmosphere. I've never been to like a live premium boxing event, and I feel like, yeah, if I can go to one, I hope for that. But the only thing I'm thinking for me is, I know AJ said it post Fury's last fight, is that when it seemed like Turk Al Sheikh said they had a big announcement, and Tyson Fury wanted to announce, it felt like they all wanted to announce it was going to be him versus AJ. But when the camera panned to AJ was just sat very nonchalant, very casually in his chair and saying, to Fury, this is your night, enjoy your night, and this and that. And I get that side of things. And Fury was obviously, he just had come out of a fight. Adrenaline was flowing. He was riled up. He was ready. He's like, I'll have you big bum dasher. and all that good stuff. Classic Tyson. I do love Tyson Fury. I love AJ as well. Um, and then AJ did an interview post that sort of interaction with Tyson with his own, where he said, you know, for him he's been here 100 times with Fury, with Wilder, and until it's signed and until they're in the ring, he's not going to say anything. Which I fully get. I could imagine, you know, as the fans, we don't really see a lot of what goes on behind the scenes, and I feel like the boxing world is can be a very probably a very seedy place at times, a very dark place in a sense in terms of business and things like that. And I understand AJ Fury, AJ Wilder, probably, you know, all the big fights all come for a sit down because obviously, you know, it's going to bring money, attention. There's going to be a lot of people who are going to jump on it, for like promoters to advertisers, uh, you know, streaming services. Well, it's on Netflix. It's confirmed it's on Netflix. So I do understand AJ's hesitancy of I've been here before. And for AJ, you know, you got to think he has been through a major traumatic event in the past few months, in the car accident in Africa, where obviously sadly lost two of his friends, his brothers. Um, so obviously, you know, no doubt AJ's contending with that. Obviously, Tyson had a fight recently. I think, is AJ having a warm up fight before that? I can't remember if that has been said or not. Let's have a quick Google. Just reading about it. Oh yeah, so AJ on the 25th of July is fighting a guy called Prenger as a comeback fight. So it's that in a sense would be AJ's warm up fight. Obviously, I think the Tyson Fury fight sealed anyway, irrelevant of the outcome of that. But you feel like AJ has to win that to carry the momentum and obviously keep the fight at the height and stature it is. And obviously, if he sort of lost his comeback fight, I don't know much about that Prenger, but I feel like that would take a bit over AJ's side. But either way, for me, it's going to be the biggest British boxing fight of all time. Definitely the biggest heavyweight fight of all time. In terms of like British boxing fight, bigger. I don't know what really feels bigger. Like when you think of like British box fight, I think one of the first that comes to your mind is Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank. Obviously, they're great fights. But yeah, for me, if I had to make a prediction who's going to win the fight though, AJ versus Fury. It sounds a bit cliche, but it's heavyweight boxing. All it takes is that one punch. For me, gut instinct, I think Fury. I think if historically, Fury's shown that he can go to the trenches. If you look at the first fight of Wilder when he took that shot in the final round and somehow rose like the Undertaker, I feel like for me, Fury's just got something God given in the sense of that natural instinct when it comes to fighting, that kill or be kill mode. You see it in some of his fights where you see it in his eyes, he goes into that sort of wild fighting gypsy mode. That it's something you can't teach someone. It's something that's just in your nature, and I think for me that will carry Fury over the line. Don't get wrong, AJ I think is incredible, and you know AJ is now training with Usyk. He's really transformed his camp and his approach to boxing over the years, ever since, especially losing to Ruiz. Obviously, he did lost to Usyk twice, but I think AJ used to be very like power. Now he's more technical and speed. But I think Fury's got the better. He's got the better boxing IQ. Has got the better boxing technique in a sense. But I do think AJ has the power. I think Fury's obviously definitely got power. And if AJ catches Fury on the button on anyone's day, if you catch him on the button, if it's your day, it's your day. You know, especially in heavyweight boxing, if you get caught on the button, it can be good and Irene. If you look at, one of them could be dominating the fight and just get caught with that shot. If you look at Wilder versus who's I always get his name mixed up. Uh, Luis Ortiz. Yeah, if you look at Wilder when he was fighting Luis Ortiz, for example, Luis Ortiz was up in that fight. He was in a sense dominating the fight, winning head on rounds, and Wilder just caught with that big shot. So yeah, I think gut instinct. I think Fury. I think in a sense, like I say, for me, it's the best time outside them both having the belt / work into position to unify the division and fighting each other. I think it's happening post at the best time it could have been. I think if it had been a year or a couple of years later, post 2026, it might have felt too late. I've seen sort of mixed reviews so far. Earlier now, in the early responses, people excited. Some people saying, friends I've spoke to saying, is it sad and I'm really bothered about it, this, that, and the other. I get that. I do get it. But for me, I am excited. And I think, however people feel about it, they're going to tune in. They are going to tune in. They are both in the twilight of their careers in a sense, like not into the mid to late 30s. Obviously, we saw, in a sense, with Wilder versus Chisora a few months ago, sort of the week before Tyson Fury's last fight. Hell of a fight, absolute warriors, went out on the shields. Chisora, Wilder's putting shots in. Chisora just didn't stop walking forward for 12 rounds. It was incredible to see, but you could tell they're in the later years of the career, to put it respectfully. So for me, yeah, initial thoughts on AJ Fury. I'm excited. I'm buzzing. It's finally seemingly happening, but there is that sort of what AJ's words hang over in a sense of like, and I do get it, and I sort of feel it's like until the contract's signed, until like we see them in the ring and that first bell's rang, there's always that feeling of will it, won't it? Especially like if they've sort of been there before. I think this is the closest it's ever been to happening, to going ahead. So I do hope it happens. I'll be tuning in 100%. If I'm blessed and lucky enough to be able to get a ticket somehow, I will do my best to get a ticket to go to that. Like I say, whether it's to sit on the gods, just to feel the atmosphere, because I feel like it's an event that's only going to happen once. Maybe there'll be a rematch clause because how big the fight is. Obviously, that talks and to have a rematch, and obviously both of them have got great pride, in the legacy and in themselves. So if one of them's most likely going to lose, there could be a draw, obviously, but one of them's most likely going to lose, and it might be in the contract. There is a rematch, and then if it goes to 1-1, there'll be a decider fight because it's always going to be big money, and always going to draw eyes. And it's on Netflix, so it's a global audience, which is going to draw even more. And we've seen what the Jake Paul fights do, for example. The numbers he's pulling in. I think the days of pay-per-view, as it used to be in the UK, you used to have to pay like 20-25 quid for Sky, whereas Netflix, you pay your subscription per month and you get instant access, which I think is a good package and model. Because I know things like DAZN, you pay for a monthly membership, but for the big fights you have to pay for that pay-per-view in a sense. So in the UK, and I feel like maybe a global shift is happening, that it's going more streaming services, and for me, I'm all for it in playing that. If it stays like the Netflix current model of paying that monthly rate, and it can be just a base package, and you can still access it. It wouldn't surprise me in the future if they change it to more DAZN's model, where it's like you have to pay an additional fee, or if there's a certain subscription where only premium live events come with it. So instead of the base $5.99, you have to pay $9.99. It's base plus premium events. It wouldn't shock me, but anyway, I don't want to put the ideas in Netflix's head because I'm enjoying it. It's like with the wrestling. WWE over in the UK is on Netflix. I enjoy, being able to freely watch that, whereas before it was on Sky Sports, and I didn't have Sky, so we didn't have Sky, so couldn't access it. But yeah, so I think buzzing it's finally happening. And final thoughts to summarise and wrap it up. Buzzing Fury versus AJ has been confirmed. Hopefully it goes ahead. Hopefully it's in the UK, at Wembley in London. It'd be interesting to see what date it is. It'd be interesting to see the clauses of the contract. If there's a rematch, anything like that, a rematch clause or anything like that. My initial prediction is that Fury wins it. I don't know if it'll be a knockout, but I just think Fury's got that something within him, that animal in him. You just can't teach someone. But again, heavyweight boxing. If one of them gets caught with a big shot, it can change everything. So yeah, I think for me, Fury wins it. But his boxing IQ and his just that natural, I don't even know what you want to call it, within him will carry him through it. But never count AJ out. Never count AJ out. I love AJ. I love Fury. I won't be rooting for one more than the other. I'm just excited to see it, and hopefully it's one of the all-time great fights. On par with, for example, Fury versus Wilder trilogy. Like that level of fight where they just leave it all in the ring at the end of the day, shake hands, walk away knowing that the two of the greatest British boxers to come out of this country. And in this generation, and that they represented and carried themselves and the country proud. So yeah, can't wait to see it. Can't wait to find out when it is, what the stipulations, clauses, etc. are around it, when it is, what date it is, and hopefully, if I'm lucky and can afford it, maybe even get to go. But then tickets will be like gold dust. They'll be like rocking horse shit. But yeah, that's my initial thoughts. So yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be exciting. Looking forward to it. Cool. Okay. So yeah, nice. A little talk about that then. So yeah, plan for today's stream. is Crimson Desert, really. Don't know whether to do main quest or do some side quests off stream in my spare time. I've been doing a lot. I can't lie, because I wanted to do something like, because I don't normally stream over the weekends. I try to just do weekdays, give myself a break. But I was free over the weekend at points, and I just had that itch. Like, I need to play Crimson Desert, but I didn't want to do anything of note that I'd want it to be on stream, like even side quests, because we've got some good, seemingly some good sounding side quests. Second, I can't hear. There we go. Yeah. So basically, I was just looting and farming. So this is how much Crimson has taken over my life. So with all my gear, I've got all the gear I wanted. I've hunted for that. I've gone, treasure hunting and exploring for that. And I've got all the gear I wanted. So I think I've got my final build in the sense swords, armor, necklace, like gear. Let's have a look at it. So the only thing I've not got, so we've got the Frost Curse helmet, but I want of Play of the Shadows. We have to be below for that. I'm not even going near him anytime soon. We've got the. Okay, hold on. Let me put it on before I do it. I'll make sure everything's on. Hold on. There we go. Right. So in terms of what loadout, obviously we've got Frost Curse helm. Do want the of the Shadows one, but like I say, need to fight below for that, so that can wait. We've got of the Shadows, basically the rest of the armor set. So the armor, the gloves, the boots, and the cloak. And for weapons, we've got the Red Needle Katana and Fated Shadow, so we are running a dual wielding. And then we've got the Darkbringers two-handed. And then we've got a Tor's thing. I don't really use the dagger, so I've not really looked at that. But we've got for rings, we've got the Mark of Darkness and the Witch's Ring, from what I understand, two of the best rings in the game. We've got the Ancient Earring and the Engraved Gold Earring for earrings, and then the Necklace of Lightning. So this is how much Crimson Desert's taken over my life. So basically, I made an Excel spreadsheet of all the gear, and then I looked at the refinement requirements for everything to get them up to level 10, counted everything up, basically put that into the spreadsheet, and like made tabs for what refinement material was needed, how much you needed of each, tallied it all up, totaled it, and then made like a summary table, like a tracker progress of like all the materials and everything I needed, how many I had, how many I needed, and how many was left. And basically, let's go show my private storage. I've basically got everything, even down to the Abyss artifacts. So we've stored it on here. So hold on. So literally, like, I have refined a lot of gear at the moment. So both my swords, dual wielding swords, are at level 9. All the armor minus the helm and the cloak are at level 9. So there would be more resource in here, but we've got but we've already done them. So it's like the gear. I'm not going to refine the Darkbringer like the Treasure Sword, because I never really use it. But I've basically got to the number all. Well, some of them I've got more of, but the materials I need to upgrade everything, minus the cloak. The cloak is minus Azorite, so nearly there, probably like 95%, 95% of the way there. But I need all the materials for the cloak, which is ivory, cloth, and fleece. So I've got a little bit, but not even close to what it needs to be. Like I say, Azorite. And then, like I say, we've got 10, 20, 30, 47 Abyss artifacts, because obviously, once you get to a certain point in refinement, you need to use Abyss artifacts as well as the materials. So I've got that much. So I've literally been grinding everything out, like farming, like small bones to cages, but I found a good goat farming spot. And then short hair hide came with them as well, which is good. I've been still. I've been everywhere. I've been following guys, like, I've been using the interactive map and everything, but it's taken over me, and that's how like much this game's got a hold of me. So yeah, we're in a very good place. We're on chapter 10 now, and like I say, I don't know if chapter 10's just started. Let's have a look at the journal and see where it's at. Yeah, so I think the last episode, we ended on going into chapter 10. I think our chapter 9 ended. How did chapter 9 end? We played. Oh god, I can't think how chapter 9 ended now. And I was editing the video today, so there should be a video going live today on the YouTube, like of the playthrough series, and then there'll be one tomorrow, which was Friday's stream. Um, what do we do? Oh, that's it. We met Master Do, didn't we? And they basically saying that Mjerdin has teamed up with not a Bastille, that's who Damien fought. That was one of the foot soldiers, or like the main soldiers. Uh, I can't think of the fellow's name. He's the one who grabbed Cliff out of the memory and put him into a shadow state in a sense. And that's when we had to play as Damien for a while the witches helped bring Cliff back round. But basically, yeah, Murden's teamed up with someone in the east. I can't remember his name now, and they want to break into the abyss. Because they've had a taste of the power. There's a certain part of the abyss they want to break into, but if they get into it, all chaos will basically break loose and the world will fall into ruin. So we've been made aware of that, and now we're seeking to stop them. So this rally at the outpost is because there's basically going to be a big invasion to try and get to them and stop them. I don't think we will. Maybe we'll get to one of them, but I think one or both will get away. Is my prediction. Because we're not going to Delesi yet. So I think that this is like Crimson. Which way is this? Is like Crimson Desert or Demenis? Yes, this is Demenis. We're not really fully going to Crimson Desert as well. We went into Crimson Desert to do we had to go and read some stone tablets and then do a series of trials and challenges for them. And then yeah, we're not really going to Delesi either. So yeah, I feel like there's still quite a bit left in the game. So I don't know how many chapters there are. That's one thing I'm not looking at because I don't want to know. Like I said, this game has now become a mix of like following guides for certain things, but also I think for like the main quest and the side quest, I am playing them blind. It's more for like exploring and leveling up. That's where I've been using guides and things like that. Like when I was playing the game like early game and wasn't following guides, it did feel better and more rewarding when I found something, I did something, because it was like a surprise, like all right. Obviously I put the work in and grinded, to get Cliff to this level and the game and everything, but like I say, because it's following guys, it's not felt like as a surprise in a sense. But I've still enjoyed it, still love it. Like this game, I fell in love with it. But if you've seen the latest short that's going out, it should be out now across all the socials. You wouldn't think I love this game because basically I've got a number of rage compilations coming out for the game. I do love this game, and I am normally a very calm person, but I've said it many times on stream. But driving and gaming brings out a side of rage in my personality. The only areas in my life I think I ever feel true like rage, and there's just no, it's 0 to 100, there's no in between. And I know I know a number of people who are that way, like calm as anything in life, but driving and gaming for some reason it just does. If you're a gamer, I'm sure you'll understand, and I feel like most people who drive will understand the whole drive range thing and how it just comes out of nowhere. So yeah, right. I just need to make a note. Something. 1 second, sorry. So this, when I said I've been like farming and hunting, I've even got a little post-it of all how much, as well as the spreadsheet, how much resource I need, and crossing off as I've been doing it. What was the note I wanted to make? Right. Okay. Right. But yeah. So I don't know what to do today. It's just going to be more of a chill one, I think. Because I think I burnt myself out with all everything I did over the weekend, like exploring and farming, etc. And last week we smashed out the main quest and progressed it more. So I think I might just do some side quests. Have we got any more sanctums to do? I think that one's in Delasia. I think these are in Delasia. Let's have a look if these are in Delasia. Yeah, I mean, so maybe we could venture into Delasia. I don't know. I've not been there yet. Not been into Delasia. But I'd like to say I don't know if the game's going to take me in there as well. So I don't know if just like allow natural progression into there or just explore. Like, it doesn't really matter in a sense. So we've got that. We've got a number of quests in Henan that haven't been started. We've got some quests in Demenis. Eliminate the corrupted Greymane. So that sounds like a bit of a boss fight. I know that I've seen something about this as well. Full Moon Reaper, Half Moon Reaper. I think there's a few of them. Right, so we've got then the Menace quest. What's this? Okay, Sari on the Great Serpent. Oh, I think that will come from them Spires. That's just Palin things. I think that's hand-to-hand fight in the bone pit. Well, I haven't really invested anything into hand-to-hand combat, so I think I'll do that at a later stage. Let's say I've done the thing here, but it's not ticked it off on there, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that one. All right, well I might do Domenis. Start doing a bit in Domenis. Just start recording just in case it ends up being a bit of a series. So let's go to this Cryptic Grey Mane and see where that is. So the intro tweets. Which episode will it be? I always forget again of part 20 then. Hello, we are back again. Crimson Desert part 20 now. Hope everyone's well. If you've been keeping up to the series, you know we're in chapter 10 now. Last episode we entered chapter 10. In today's episode, I think we're going to take a little break away from the main quests. Because for the past few streams and episodes, that's what we've been focused on, and we're going to do some side quests today. So at the minute we're gonna not really done much side quests around Domenis. I mean, I've got a whole bunch of doing Anand still, but we've got a couple of seemingly boss fight type ones around Domenis. So we're going to do this one. We're going to eliminate a corrupted Greymane. So looking at that picture, I feel like they might have a bit about them, so we're going to fight them. But yeah, so like I say, in the last episode. Last episode we went to chapter 10 and we found out that Mjerdin and I forgot the guy's name, one of the other main guys, basically Mjerdin fled to after we obviously had that initial boss fight with him and beat him. It's teamed up with forces and they basically want to gain access to the Abyss and into a certain part of it, and because they both had a taste of the power of it, but Master Do, the White Crow sort of witch, and there's someone else there, I can't remember who now, basically said if they manage to get into there, it'll throw the world into chaos and plunder. So they've asked for our help to stop that happening. So yeah, we will get into that and back into main quest. But today, just fancy doing something outside the main quest and just doing a bit of side questing. We've not really done much side. I've not really done much side questing in the game. I've done a number of the grey main quests. But I've not done like much like Hanand or like location quests, shall we call them. So what's going on here? What the hell's going on here? It's like a furry convention or something. Oh, the rabbit, that's the helmet. Okay, fair enough. Right. So it looks like a castle ruin or something. So this feels like we are going to have a bit of a... Hold on. Let me get my stamina back. Bit of maybe a fight. I wonder if we'll kill this corrupted Greymane, or knock some sense back into him, and they'll end up coming back with us. I don't know. Let's find out. This last episode as well, finally discovered what had been going on in the combat, in the sense of like whenever it came into a boss fight, it seemed like I'd go into it with a sword and shield.
Welcome to the honored guests of today's hunt.
Oh, I was just like, yeah.
I see.
Can't lie, I'm pointing on her here, aren't I? Oh, multi-shot. Press R1 while aiming to fire 10 arrows. Yeah, so last episode I found out that basically when I was starting a boss fight, I'll just say it while this is paused. I was fighting him, but he'd always have his shield, and it looked like he was throwing something. I didn't get it because I run a dual-wield build, and it just felt like the combat had changed, and I couldn't figure out. And it was like, why I've only got one? Why does it keep up my shield? Like, where's my second sword? And I was losing my head over it. I was like, I don't know what's going on. And then I heard or read in the latest update that they've added a throw mechanic to dual wielding, which I think is great, and I'm coming around to it more. I'm not against the throwing. It's the button mapping of it. So basically, it's you hold L1. I had a massive rant on this on last stream and previous episode. If you hold L1 and press R2, it throws the sword. Again, no problem with the mechanic throwing the sword. It's actually really effective in a lot of ways. It helps stun enemies, or if someone's running away, you can get them, especially if you're farming or hunting, like to get like meat or whatever. But I don't think the mapping's very good because L1's how you lock onto enemies. So and R2 is like a heavy attack, which is the main attack I use. So it's like how you sort of lock on and hit now. So you sort of, if the white dot goes over them without you locking on, and you start mashing it, it does seem to go to them. But if they suddenly move, you're just hitting at nothing. So yeah, I hope Abyss Pearl release an update on that and just change the button map. I don't know what they can change it to, but it just needs to be something else because for me that's not the one. Like that's it. Like it's good for throwing. Huh? Let's just charge the. Right, so, but if it's red, you can't block it. So that's a fair. You should. I don't know what they are. A lot of enemies are throwing them out. There we go. Yeah, well, that wasn't too bad. Like I said, I have leveled Cliff up a lot. Sort of did an intro and stream about it. This won't be in the episode because I didn't start recording. But yeah, I've invested a lot of time in upgrading and refining Cliff's armor and swords. And I did say I'd stop talking through cutscenes, but I feel like I keep talking about something as it happens. Right. Yeah. Okay. So we're not bringing it back to the grey mains. Fair enough. Just too far gone. Seeing something I have seen that I do want to learn more about and get adding to my sort of loadout is explosive arrows. They seem very effective and very powerful. I think they're arrows that you can, explosive arrows are arrows you like you can find them and probably craft them. I don't think it's a skill in the skill tree. Okay, so she was seemingly hunting down the furry convention. And freed them, so they're all happy. Cool. Nice. Right. Yeah. So yeah, like I say, I was saying at the beginning of the stream, in a sense, I've invested like a lot of time off stream in farming like materials and resources to help upgrade and refine Cliff. So we'll go through it again. So basically, my loadout at the minute. So we've got the Frost Curse Later helm. I do want that of the Shadows helm, but you have to defeat Beloff for that, and I'm away off that yet. So we'll leave him. But then we have the of the Shadows, basically rest of the set. So the armor, the gloves, and the boots all refined to 9. We've got the cloak, which is at 4 at the minute, and then like I say, I'm running dual wielding, so we've got the Fated Shadow and the Red Needle, both at 9. In terms of gear, I've got the Mark of Darkness, the Witch's Ring, Ancient Earring, Engraved Gold Earring, and the Next Lightning, which are all some of the best gear from my research. I have been like off stream over the past weekend. It's just been in my spare time. I've just been grinding and farming like resources and everything, and to the point I said it on stream. This is how much this game's gripped me and how sad I am. I've basically got an Excel spreadsheet for every bit of gear, I wrote the name of it down, and I went through and counted all the materials that I needed to refine all of them to level 10, and then wrote all the numbers in, then made like a summary and a tracker saying how many how much resource I need of everything, how many I have and how many still needed to max out everything, and minus about 4 things, I've got everything now, even down to the Abyss artifacts. I just need basically the material for the cloak shadows, which is cloth, fleece, and ivory, and I've got long hair hide, so that's not a problem. And I do need a Zorite for something else. I can't remember what it is, but basically, yeah. So this game's gripped me. Like I try and not play too much off stream, like main game, like main quest, side quest. So when I get the itch, it's like I just farm. I just want to do something. That's how I know I love this game, because I haven't been this gripped by a game in a long time. Right, so we just did that. Was that one? Yeah. So we've done that for Diminished side quest. I think I'm gonna do the one. Yeah, Full Moon Reaper and Half Moon Reaper. Right. We'll go and speak to the servant first. And then we'll go fight the Moon Knights, the 2 Moon Knights. I think there's 4 Moon Knights in all. I think I've seen something about the Moon Knights. It's like half moon, full moon, eclipse, and something else maybe. I might be making it up, but I'm pretty sure there's 4 Moon Knights. And yeah, it's interesting with the Menace for me at the minute, because half of it in a sense is friendly, like the part I'm in now, but there is a part that if I go into it, it's just red dots everywhere, and I don't know if that's something like you'll end up liberating through the main quest or side quest. You can end up liberating the Menace, or if that's just always the way it is. But we'll see. Normally, it seems like you can liberate places.
There you are.
There we go. Speak to
I'm
him.
a servant to Count Elamore. He wishes to speak with you in private regarding a matter of great importance, one that concerns the peace of Demonis. I would be grateful if you could visit the Count's manor.
Yeah, no stress. Where is it? Oh, it's not too far away. It's alright then. There's a yellow dot there as well. Yeah, let's just see what that is on the map. So it's quest. I don't know. Right, we'll go to the manor and then we'll have a look at that in a bit. I don't want to end up getting sidetracked because I end up doing stuff like that. Like, I'll do this and then like, oh look, butterfly, and it's just like, oh, I'm off over there now chasing that. Who am I speaking to? Arthur.
Greymane, I'm glad you came. As a noble of Demonis, I will no longer turn from my duty. I choose to act with courage. Go and deal with Bastier's lunar emissaries, who guard his 3 cords.
Bastia. So Bastia, we defeated him as Damien. He was like one of like probably like the general of
the tribunal commit its evils.
the guy who's with me, and I can't remember his bloody name.
Leave the politics to me. You'll need all your strength for this.
Right. So, and then it feels like these Moon Knights are Bastia's sort of main soldiers as well. Right, can I? Is that yellow dot still around? Yeah, it's over. Yeah, and the pub, is it sort of like a little window? What's going on here? Get information. What's happening? What else is this? Let's
Who might
go.
you be?
A Greymane.
Oh, you must be the one the Count mentioned. There's a document he wanted me to give you. But a man should be compensated for his time.
Of course.
A saint you are. Here you go. I'll give the Count my regards. And keep this little exchange between us.
Ah, little one of them ones, is it? Fair enough. Right, let me read the. Oh, so this was another quest. I did see it in the. Is it a letter that's yes? It's within here. For me, I do like the update they've done in creating icons for like the. Let's just call it the permanent loot, like the loot that you always keep in your inventory that doesn't take up space but is always there. You can't sort of get rid of. Right, we've got the new of all the. Let's have a look at this then. The Moon Reapers. No, that one. What are we doing? So we've got the full moon, half moon, and new moon reaper. Okay, and I'm sure there's an eclipse one or something. Start with new moon, then go half moon, then. Where am I now? We'll go there. Just stage running around, trying to get out of the city. Also, this is quite. If you notice, that switch. Which my headphone was covering. I always try and keep one off now, just here for stuff in the house. But recently I've started I've got a bit paranoid about my hearing in the sense that not like I was about to say because I'm getting older, not that I'm that old where I'm gonna start losing my hearing. But it's been a thought of mine for ages. Like this is quite sad really, but I think it makes sense though. To be fair, is that I feel like my generation and below, and even maybe like a few years above in a sense. I think down the line there's going to be a lot of hearing issues, just mainly because we're the first sort of generations that really use like headphones and earphones. And like I know for me, like whenever I have earphones in, I have to like blast it. And obviously you do get the warning off the iPhone there saying like turn volume haptics down. And for ages I was like, oh, I'm just enjoying the music. But it's been a thought that's been building more and more in me over time. It's like there's a reason for that warning, and like I feel like, and for me I always if I have one like headphone over or earphone in, it's always the right one. I just find that more comfy. But then that's made me like think now is that going to affect my right ear more than my left. And yeah, it's just been building on me. So now I try to alternate, and I don't have it like blasting down my ear like it used to. That's just part of getting old. You start thinking more about these things. Right, I'm gonna clear these soldiers out. Right, I love this build. As a sign of how, when I was saying about like how much I've been farming and everything, if it's like you can see like next to the minimap on the right way, obviously it shows how much like meat you've got. Because I've been farming that much like hide and everything, you can see I've got 1,060. That's how much I've got. I imagine if I defeat the Moon Knight, if he's there, it might just clear out this place. What? That's like. Let's have a good scrap. Let's have a good fight. I wonder if like if the Moon Knight's gonna come out in there as well. This keeps popping. I need to know what like how I do for. Should I keep doing that without meaning to? That's where the the throw mechanic is good with the sword. Like I would throw it him shooting at me from far away. Helps interrupt that, like that. But like I say, I've got no problem with the mechanic. I just need to change the mapping of it for me. That is my opinion. So 60% there.
Go back to your own lands!
Oh, come here if you want to reach. Go. Just see if this is an Abyss Nexus. Yeah, it is. Right, I'm just going to go back to camp and then from this and accelerate the time. I just prefer it in daytime. Rather than do that, probably sleep and regenerate self. And then we'll come back there. So it's a marker on it anyway, so it's fine. Right, for the quest, it's an X for the quest. United are playing at the minute, aren't they? What score is that? United beating Brentford, leading Brentford 1-0. Fair enough. I wonder if Carrick will get the job. Like, I feel like early into the appointment, most United fans, a lot of United fans or people I spoke to when it was like, no, you know, because one thing to be a coach, but it's another like dealing with the backroom the behind the scenes politics, the backroom of the club. But over time, you know, I feel like what time is it? I've seen the job Carrick's doing, seemingly securing Champions League promotion on the cusp of that. It feels like they're coming more around to the idea of it. Apparently the United hierarchy haven't made their minds up. I think Carrick's really grown and strengthening his case for the job. We'll see. But for me, I'm a City fan, so I'm not overly bothered or mad for it, but interesting to see. Obviously, it's going to be. I feel like this is going to be one of the best ends to the seasons in a long time because there's so much going on. Like as a City fan, obviously we won the League Cup, FA Cup final against Chelsea, and then obviously the title against Arsenal is going to be incredible. Obviously Arsenal have won their game over the weekend, which has put them 3 points ahead of City. But we don't play again until a week today when we play Everton. To which point Arsenal will play the second game. So if Arsenal do win both their games, I think that does mount pressure on City. In the sense of, they're 6 points ahead. And at this stage, there's only 4 games left for Arsenal. 5 for City. I feel like if we even drop points in one game, I think it's over. I think Arsenal will see it over the line and vice versa. I don't know if it's going to go down to goals. I think someone's going to drop a point, drop a game. For me, like, in a sense, if City don't end up doing it, I don't like. I've seen a lot of narratives now saying it's City's to lose. I still don't think it is. I don't think it was ever ours to win. Like, for me, if anything, it was Arsenal's to lose, and if we end up winning, it's with Arsenal straight away. Like, they should have and could have gone clear of us months ago. And didn't. So, but if we win it, you know, this was seemingly a bad City. Seemed like, you know, this is a bad season. The City were not at our best. But if, you know, a League Cup, potential FA Cup, and a potential Premier League, if that's a bad season, I'll take a bad season all day long. I think that obviously was like earlier on when like City weren't really in the best place. But for us, we, you know, at one point we were without, you know, near 10 first team starters.
Good. I'll pass judgment on you myself.
Oh, what have I learned? Nature's Echo. I've already got that.
How dare you mock the Grand General?
Oh, I forgot now if you heal up while in that state.
Your hand in defiance.
He's just not blocking. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not surprised it died, but he just wasn't blocking. Whenever I go into the boss fight, I just overthink it now.
I'll take your head to prove
But
our results.
I did the song. Now, but it feels like every boss fight, I like be going through a phase of like get my arse handed to me, and then I like hit like flow state with it. Shit, I'm froze. I didn't realise I was froze. I wondered why I wasn't moving. It's great having this like meat for health, but meat really does not provide the most. In a boss fight, like the biggest like regeneration of health or hit of health. Why is he not doing turn and slash there? He's not doing turn and slash for me. I don't understand why. I've got both yeah, saying a bit a flow state in boss fights. For fuck's sake, he's throwing the sword again. Oh, hold on, why has he got? Oh my. There we go. Yeah, I thought he had both the swords, but I didn't. And then I forget turning slash also uses spirit. So I was like, why have I got no spirit? Alright, so defeating it hasn't. I need to monitor that on my turning slash. It just wasn't doing it. Even then, like, I wouldn't do it at first. And I've noticed sometimes when I like do it, I have like elements stacked in my abyss gears on it, and it's not like they're not coming out of the ground immediately. It's like a 2-3 second delay sometimes, which is interesting. We did it though. Like I say, I wanted to clear them enemies out because it's annoying trying to have a boss fight and you got little enemies dashing you and stuff. But yeah, in the end, in boss fights, I feel like it's like I go through like waves or periods. But at the beginning, like you always get hit post cutscene because it just like it transitions cleanly into the game, and even when I try and block it, I know it's coming, I still get hit. Then I try and be too fancy, but because also I've still got the old habits in me of holding L1 and pressing R2, or throwing the sword, losing that, then I can't do turn and slash the same or as effectively, and this, that, and the other. So yeah, but then I'll remember it, hit flow state like I was, get him down, and then I fall back into that old, all it takes is like one of their attacks throws me out of my sync, and it takes me like a minute to recover. But like we've got a lot of refined palm pills. We found again all through the farming and everything. I feel like should there be someone here or something? Oh, is this their weapon? Yeah, looks like it, doesn't it? It's like their staff of that new moon. That was pretty badass. I can't lie. Like, so I'm not doing like a two-handed build, but that looked pretty sick. Is it a two-handed one? Yeah. That'll bring it right. Let's go fight the other Moon Knights then. Yeah, like I say, it's great having all this meat, but in boss fights, like if you're getting peppered, it doesn't restore that like a great deal of health. So if they have strong hits, it just wipes you out. But it's nice to have a challenge in a sense, like facing like a boss that feels challenging. I feel like most base enemies now, in a place where like we cut through them pretty well and pretty like quickly and effectively. Boss fights are still challenging. Or some boss fights, like the build is very powerful towards, I have got an imbue with fire abyss gear as well, so we can do attacks with fire. I've not got it equipped, but it's in the story. See like that then, because I wasn't facing, but I couldn't tap. I wanted to face with it for the story, so I don't want to go in there yet because I don't know how to make the boss fight. I'm glad like you don't end up hitting horses when you do attacks near him.
You're almost done.
Is he still making I generally love this build so much. Like these are this gears, it's incredible. I love the lightning attack. I love to like try and like get them all in a group and unleash it. Sort of like COD Zombie like training into like a group. Like that. And just unleash that like that. It's so satisfying. Oh, the combat in this is just unreal now, it really is. Big boys there, look at that dealt with, no messing about. There's a time, it's funny, I was watching back, I was doing some editing before, and I was watching back like an early episode, I think like episode 5 where I fought the Crimson Nightmare, and like my character but also like my skill and knowledge of the game is like so different. You can tell like it's so worlds apart. And so like blue-eyed and innocent, whereas now, yeah, I feel like really connect with the game. Like, a lot more understanding of it. Like, of course, there's still ways I can improve. But I do remember, I think I said before, on the first few streams, genuinely, I was like panicking within myself, because on stream in a sense, because I just felt so overwhelmed and overstimulated with the game because all the market, I knew how big the game was, how much there was to do, and honestly it took me about 3 to 5 streams really to start feeling comfortable with the game and just like acclimatized to it, and just like my head being like, right, it's like, you don't have to do everything. Like, I think that's how I've been like sometimes. It's like if I know I need to do something, like my head would like say I know I've got 5 things to do, like I need to do everything now. It's like you have to take it one at a time. Like you build a house one brick at a time. Break tasks that do one task at a time. You've got one big task, break it into smaller, manageable tasks, things like that. But yeah, in this game, I was like very much like I've got to do it all. But I don't. It's fine. There's no rush with the game. Here we go. Here's the next night. Go on then.
You're ready to
Half
die.
Moon Reaper.
My blade will never rest.
Guarantee I get hit off the. Oh my god, for the first time.
The glory of our cause into your flesh.
Let's recharge my. My god, that's the best start to a boss fight I've ever had. The fact that I blocked the first attack generally is amazing to me. Let's recharge the. Hold on. Oh, fuck.
Your blood shall honor our cause.
I think I fought this one better than the previous one. Oh yeah, that was a clean fight. I'm proud of the performance. That was a clean fight. That was a clean fight. Yeah, you're doing nothing, love. Just stay down. It's over. Imagine it goes to cutscene showing that the place is liberated. Nice. Yeah, I'm liking these little cycles. I'm liking these bosses. Yeah. For example, like the Corrupted Greymane, I felt like we cut through that boss really quick. What I was sort of saying before, like some bosses with the build we got now, we handle it like are able to cut through them or fight them, stand our own a lot better. Obviously the new Moon Knight did kill me twice, and I was testing me more, but this one I got it right. Like I was in that flow state that I was sort of saying before, so it's a good feeling when you just connecting with it. What a good mechanic on this game is when you enter that like spirit regeneration mode. If you invest in it and level it up, level 2 or 3, I can't remember which level it is. Basically, as someone goes to attack, it'll pop up saying R1, and it's like the perfect like block or parry, and it like stuns them and stops the attack, unless it's a red attack, and then obviously you just have to sort of like press circle and jump out of the way. But that is a good feature of it. And something I keep forgetting I've got, so like the blinding flash. If you hit someone with that and it stuns them and hits them, if you press R2, you do like a finisher on them, and that's really effective. But yeah, so yeah, I think something I need to invest more in going forward is either looking for Abyss Gears with Spirit, because my build uses a lot of Spirit, or investing. I'm at 6 out of 12 Spirit at the minute, but investing my Abyss artifacts into Spirit maybe now, because I've got all the artifacts wanted for the gear, so that's in my chest, so I don't end up spending it. And because of where I'm at in the game, it felt like my health's at 9 out of 18, Spirit 6 out of 12, and stamina 9 out of 14. But where I'm at in the game, they felt very well progressed, so I felt I could take a break from them to go and save up for all my gear, to invest in the gear instead. The skill tree, like, I feel like I've got the majority of what I use. Like anything else, really, I'm not going to use like that. This is more hand-to-hand combat. The only other thing is probably this in armed combat. So invest in that makes R1 attacks use more damage, but I don't really use R1 unless I run out of stamina. But my stamina, every now and then my stamina run out in combat. I've done it a few times in this playthrough, but for the most part it seems okay. but my spirit does run out especially because the turning slash uses it. I don't know if the Abyss Gaze does, but I also use lightning. The lightning strike, and that takes it, so that can drain quickly. But I think if you do like perfect parries and stuff, it does refill it. Maybe kills refill it. But I know you can get Abyss Gaze in a sense that do spirit, so maybe that. Cause the Abyss Gaze having my armor, like it's all like the damage reduction ones. I was running defense, but I read online that damage reduction is a bit more effective, so I've gone for that. I've got like a vigor, like 3, or like a, what is it now? Stamina regen plus 6%. So that's like a. Didn't even do that. I wonder which one it is. Yeah, vigor 3, stamina regen plus 6%. I don't know if like one on its own is good, and it's better to stack them across multiple. But so I've got damage reduction, XP gain, slashing reads. That's damage effect. So I've got a very much like damage orientated Abyss Gear build. Orbs of lightning. So when I hit lightning strike, the orbs of orbs of lightning strike down, which you may have seen. So yeah, I'm trying to think. So I've got 6 Abyss armor. Yeah, I'm going to enhance my spirit because I really do use spirit a lot now. Early game, I didn't invest in spirit for the longest time. It was just health and stamina. But now with the build I've got, I am using it more and more. So you can see that like the bars are there, so that's a big help. I think in an update they must have increased the speed at which spirit regenerates when you go into that stance, because I remember saying a few episodes ago it felt like it was a lot quicker. It used to be a lot slower. It does it like 1 bar full at a time now, whereas I feel like it used to be half, maybe even less. Right, we've got at the moment 1 more Moon Knight showing in this, but I'm sure, like I say, I think there is a final one. Maybe it's like the head of them all. But okay, we've got a number. We've got the Abyss Nexuses that are near all these, so that's good. Okay, I don't mind traversing around the map. I love running around and horse riding around the map. It's an incredible at that point now where it's like I love exploring, but if I can fast travel somewhere, I'll take the fast travel. Right, clear another spot out. Oh yes, you see the vision. Oh, I'm not happy with that execution. I wasn't right down the middle. I love that little combo, turn and slash with all the Abyss Gears and then lightning. Oh. I never really use any of the elements outside lightning. I just find lightning's favourite one, but I've never really tried fire. Or I've got fire and ice a lot. Obviously the normal, the green spirit, I don't know if that's yeah, I think it's I don't have wind. Wind's the only one I don't really have. Like Crow's Pursuit and Eater's orbs are amazing, they really are. Try and clear out the elements before we take them. Basically, yeah, R2 attacks use stamina, R1 attacks don't. Unless it's like special R1 attack, you hold R1 and press like triangle to stab. That does use stamina, but normal R1 doesn't, so that's good to know. Like obviously, if I use R2 mainly, but if I run out of stamina, just sort of spam R1. Which is good against enemies, but if they've got like a strong block on like a shield or like that, you just take a few R1 hits to get through. Right, still got 40% of this. Just fully heal up. There doesn't seem to be a big pocket of enemies anymore, anywhere anymore. See if they all run to me if I just stand here. Yeah, that's it. Come out here. Now the big fella's fought. stamina back, and then we'll hold on. Got one brave soul there. See if the Moon Knight jumps out and get it. There we go.
A nosy rat.
Full moon. Whoa, I like that. That's a cool
Staying in
fit.
the sacred ground of your filthy
Hat's
feet.
sick. That feels very like Japanese sort of samurai inspired. Oh, hold on. Yeah, we're not. Oh wow, this one's got a bit more about it, but she is also lightning. Let's just regenerate this.
The banner of justice will never
Yeah, so
fall.
maybe she's not as vulnerable to lightning attacks. Oh, we're putting it on it. We're putting it on it there. Right, let's just recharge.
For the cause,
Recharge.
give my life.
Yeah, there's a little like state there where I just put about 2-3 turning slashes imbued in lightning straight on her head, and yeah, that did damage. That. See if she's gonna swing at me. Just charge up again. There's no rush. I'll try to do the blinded flash finisher because I was trying to. There it is. So that's the blinding flash finisher. That's a very. Hold on, I pressed the wrong button. I've just pressed the wrong button. I should have just finished it. I was titting around. I could have finished a lot. I pressed the wrong button. It's alright. We've got plenty of these. There we go. That was me messing around that cost me there. I was going to try the blind and light finish and do a few other fancy things because it felt like we were planning not well. Ooh, go on, Liam, you okay, mate? 2-0 United. Go on, doing alright, aren't they? Just saying a bit earlier there around stream, what's your position now on Carrick taking the job? I was, like I say, it felt early on, United fans were a bit more like, they're probably not, because obviously you need someone more of a manager who knows how to deal with the backroom stuff. But the more times on it feels like the attitude's shifting more like Carrick might be the man. I don't really know who else is out there. Like elite level manager. I feel like you want an elite level manager now. Like the Luis Enrique, Pep type manager who's going to come in and take you into that next era. Like who's City going to get, for example, when Pep leaves, either at the end of this season or next season? Cool. Yeah. Interesting school of thought. Yeah, I expect the Braves. They just see me absolutely put it on the moon, like the Moon Knight there, and they still fancy it though. Oh wait, I don't. At the first Moon Knight fight, there was a weapon at the side that I picked up. I didn't get one at the last one. I don't think. I'll have to go back and check this one when this is cleared out, and then go back to the other location and check that. Need more enemies. Need just literally like 2 more enemies to generate it for me. There we go. There we go. Cool. Yeah, let's see if there's like the Moon Knight's weapon here somewhere else, and I'll have to go back to the other house or the other fight location. I feel like I must have missed. I would have missed it because I didn't go in. Slow around. I just saw the first one. Saw a white dot. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the other one. There's the Moon Knight's weapon. Oh. Part of the fun's going to be trying to bloody find where it was now because I can't remember. It was in this area. I remember it was in this area. Yeah, they look pretty badass, and I can't lie. Right, let's see if we can just go find that other one. Where was it now? Will the journal tell me? Will the journal tell me? So that one is that one, wasn't it? Western Court. Okay, so it tells me the name. Eastern Court, right? So never eat shredded wheat. So Western Court. Oh, okay, yeah. Got that. Never let you down. Never eat shredded wheat. Depends on the boardroom idea when it comes to management. Character's been spot on, but some of the performances have been a bit suspect. So it's all about what coaches are getting transferred so far. So we have to trust they can get the coach manager blueprint right as well. We've been shit today, yeah, we're still 2-0. As long as you're 2-0, that's the main thing. That's what I mean. I feel like there's a difference between a manager and a head coach. And I feel like whoever comes in has to be a very strong character to deal with, well, the Glaziers and further back room at United. But like, even as a City fan, like, you know, I've said to you, I want United to get back into the, into that flow. One, because I want Manchester to dominate football, but also for like the derbies and stuff. Like for a good while, there's a period during Pep's dominance where it wasn't that exciting in the sense of like the Liverpool games. The rivalry with Klopp was the big one. Whereas it is like when United and City are on fire, it's fantastic. I think for football and the Prem as a whole. Yeah, I think that like this summer can be very defining for you. I think you need to keep Bruno. I'd say I don't see Bruno going, but obviously you need to keep Bruno 100%. He's the talisman. But hopefully getting that for you, I'm sure that Champions League spot secured can bring in some big signings. Yeah, Bruno will stay. There's no talk or seemingly whatever of him going anywhere. But I think, yeah, you get some elite level players or that like Bruno's. I'd arguably say Bruno's your only world class player, and I feel like it's not that you need a team of world class players. Like Galactico's team don't always work, but just like a few higher profile players, but also a manager who can manage them and manage the personalities. Because it's not like you've had worse teams like Fergie. In a sense, Fergie had worse teams. If you look at some of the teams he won the Premier with, it's mad. Like on paper, you wouldn't think, but he knew how to manage the players. It's a big difference. All I want is to win something good with us. He's won an FA Cup, and I don't say that like sarcastically. The FA Cup's, the most historical trophy in the world. It's the oldest football competition in the world, isn't it? But I get you mean like the Prem or the Champions League. We'll see. I think City's dominance is. We saw it shaky this season with Pep, but we're still holding on there. But I think when Pep goes, depends who we get in, but will be a transition stage of his Arsenal now that are going to take up that mantle. Can City stay there and they get the next manager? Can United fill the vacuum? It happens all the time. Liverpool dominated for an era, United dominated for an era. City, Chelsea, Arsenal, everyone. Eventually it comes to an end and like a new team steps in. Yeah, Pep's lost love for the game. Well, it's fair. Like he's been in it as long as he has, and you've won everything. It's like when he was at Barcelona, what a new challenge went to Bayern. Bayern what a new challenge went to City. Most people thought he'd only stay at City for like 3 years just because previous tenure. That's what it was. But obviously he's connected in some way with City. For me, I think he'll go international manager. I think he'll have a break and go international, try and get that World Cup. But for me, Pep is arguably one of the great. he is one of the greatest managers of all time. But I feel like with City, you see like he needs that season, that time, because very often, you know, we might have a good start, then we dwindle over Christmas, but then he goes into juggernaut mode. It's like for an international team, the World Cups every 4 years, Euros every 4 years, Copa America, whatever. It's like, can he implement his way of beating in a short window versus a long window? Because I feel like managing a club versus managing national are two very different jobs. I hope we chooses England. Well, I wouldn't say no, would we? But yeah, I do think it's a very different dynamic, international versus club. And obviously, you don't get as much time and everything. But I think Pep could definitely adapt. I'm not saying he couldn't do it 100%, but there's less room for error. Like in the World Cup, you only get 3 games in the in the group stage. If you lose one, it throws everything into the air. So Pep can adapt. I'm sure he'd be brilliant at international, but it's just the thought. It's just the thought. Right, let's go and get this weapon or staff. It's still here. It should be it. Yeah, it is. I can see it on the map. I'm glad I thought of that. I say that I'm not because I'm not going to use it. So, but still good to add to the collection. No worries, mate. Enjoy the second half. Appreciate you stopping by and the messages. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll see how United get on. I'm sure they'll see it over the line now. But yeah, catch you in a bit, mate. Right, we've got this one. I feel like there's one more to come. Because one more sort of Moon Knight type person to come. You got a Moon Knight. That's not a Marvel, isn't it? Moon, whatever. We're going to call them Moon Knights just because this. Oh no, that's something else. Defeat enemies at the castle. Right, I thought that might have been. Anyway, right, let's go speak to... We'll see what this is first, and then we'll carry on with this. Look, it's an abyss, isn't it? Right, don't force punch up then. We'll just do it the old school way. We'll climb over. Oh, I know. I've come. Yeah, I know what this is. I've been here before. Right. Oh, it's down. Right. Yeah, I've been here before. And I was like, I can't find where you're meant to go in. And that's the first time I've seen an arrow like pointing down. So it's like a cave entrance somewhere. But I can't lie, it doesn't seem like the place, for a cave entrance. Like it's just like it seems more like a little mound. Maybe it's like a hatch in the floor or something sort of vibe. Or there is a camp there in front of it. Maybe it's in the camp. Hold on, what's this here? Oh, it's here, isn't it? There we go. Oh. Can't like. What are you doing? Oh, mushrooms kicking off. Can't seemingly run. Oh shit. Why is why not doing? What's going on here? Why is this still on fire? Yeah, why is it just not putting the fire on? Oh my god, this is doing me head in. He won't, like, jump, he's just putting his arm up. How do I grab that? Glide. I thought you might be able to grab that, but we'll see in a minute. It's like some Indiana Jones stuff. It feels like all the walls are going to start coming in and that. Or the floor's going to fill up and I'm going to drown. Yeah. Do charge this. So I'm going to have to hit these tiles. No idea what order I'm meant to hit them in. Then. Saw this, I wasn't sure if it was like the answer, the riddle, or the thing on the wall, like the buttons. Alright, I thought it was a certain step activated, but it's just... Okay. Right. Not too sure what the answer is. We got it. Fish, butterfly, deer, rabbit, pomegranate, crow, horse, bull. Is that grapes? It's like grapes. The only reason to discover as well, I used to like force punch things and you go flying off the wall. But I discovered if you hold L2 on PlayStation, you dig your dagger into the wall and it stops you flying off. Got there in the end. Just leave there, hopefully this opens up something more so I can just... But I don't need to, I can just fast travel out. I'll just go into the next place for the... Memories of prosperity. Oh, is this like a way around all the fire? Yeah, cool. Right. Let's activate the quest again. I've just gone off it. Oh no, this is the final one. So there must be a fourth moon night. I thought there was, but never mind. Yeah, I thought there was one called the Eclipse Night or something, just from something I saw online, but maybe that's something else, or I've misunderstood, I don't know. Cool. Let's progress this, and then, what time is it now? 9.
Hey.
Right, way up.
Please?
Have a look at what other side quests there are and crack on with them, or this only was going to be a quick stream / episode, so may leave it there for today, and then
Find a way.
may be on stream tomorrow, may not, it just depends on a couple of things. Definitely on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, so the rest of the week. Every day bar maybe tomorrow, but yeah. But maybe do some main quests tomorrow and get back into that. But I just wanted to jump on for a little bit today. On stream today. To progress the things a bit more, and also let's get another episode for YouTube there. We won't make this episode because there are some decent boss fights there. See if it's
You've
over, or maybe he'll say
returned.
there is one more.
I've heard of your victory at the courts. It couldn't have been an easy fight, but you stood your ground. We will right, one by one, the wrongs Bastia has done to this land. A talent like yours will surely be a great strength to us in the future. I would see our alliance endure.
Should you need anything, seek me out. I'm in your debt.
Okay, let's do that then. Maybe I've misread something online about
Good day.
an eclipse night or something. Or maybe it's something that'll present itself later down the line. Let's go back to the Grey main camp. Just check. I've got a few Grey main mission dispatch things on the go. Some are side quests, some are just resource farming for the camp. To set up further missions. Just, one of the Grey main side quests is rebuilding Payloon. Oh, court. Oh, it's courts now. I can take criminals to court. Lawyer simulator. Yeah, and the Payloon, some of the Payloon side quests like rebuilds have taken a lot of resource. And
There's
putting,
no one better than me when it comes to managing folk.
pardon me. I don't think I've got one of the Payloons on the go, so I needed to. Yeah, that armor thing, 20k. Oh, it's only a 10k. I've only got one mission, dispatch mission, that produces armor, and it's 1.2k every. I don't know how many hours it is. 16 hours maybe. And I need 10k, so that's gonna take time. Probably his armor I could. In my chest, I could trade in maybe, but I don't think it's going to be a lot. Let's have a quick look through if any new ones have appeared. Oh yeah, it's only got the one, which is a bit of a pain. Yeah, let me go check my
There's no
private
mission in this world
storage and
we'll
then.
turn down.
Got loads of these. Let's trade it. I don't know if this is armor, but we'll trade it anyway. I like to keep all these sort of special weapons I get from missions. Sword of the Lord, Golden Sword, Hollow Visage, yeah. Wolfsfang, Not Ambition, Plando, yeah. So I know I'm going to use that so that can go. Alabaster Mace, that's not a special one, is it? Bolton Mace. Onward. I'm never really going to use these, because these are weapons for Unka. I'm going to keep that, that's a special one. That Crow Whisper, that looks like something Gandalf. That bone pit, I know it's pretty special, so keep that. That's just a standard one. Golden Vanguard. What's that special? I don't want a banner pipe. Yeah, so like this armor here. I'm not going to use them realistically. Some of them might be an armor set. Maybe I'll still leave them. Some Damien would wear. Frost Curse. I've got two of the Frost Curse. Get that out. Get that out. Get all this food out. Give the food I don't use or want to the camp. Help boost the resources. Get this cutting out here. My storage full. Bloody hell, it's the first time. A long time. Alright, let's donate a lot of this to camp.
Don't worry, I'm keep. You got any good trading goods?
Does this give... Oh, it does, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Make sure I don't end up giving something away that I don't mean to like that. That's what I need to get. Who has a better bow? Oh, need the logging axe. Guess it's drop trees. Frost Curse player was only 246 armor. Jesus Christ. Let me walk on water. Oh yeah, I've got a hell of a lot of meat. That's probably what's taking for that. Donate all this. Got plenty of meat for food. I don't ever really make recipes just because I just find it easy to go and farm meat. Like recipes give you a lot more health, but they require a lot more ingredients. So to get like 1,000 of one recipe, I feel like would take way longer than getting 1,000 of meat like we've got. Money. Sugar. Wine, gives health. Stone. I need to get 5 stone for one of the missions. Put that in the chest.
Bring me whatever you want packed.
Is that a biscuit that I got before? Saw it then when I was doing that. Arrow rain, finisher. Oh, I might just put it in on my bow and arrow. I've got a 4 abyss artifacts. Can I upgrade spirit again? What is that? More than 4 now, just level this out. Oh no, it's 4. Should we get spirit to level 8? That feels like a good number. Let's get to level 8. Oh, look at this now. 5 abyss artifacts and wild ginseng. You must acquire knowledge to research. Oh, that's you have to use the research centers as well to upgrade them to after a point. Right, so we'll get in there, and then I'll have to figure out how you do that. So health, spirit both cost 4 as well. Right, okay. We've got the spirits at 8. Health and stamina. Sorry, we're both at 4, but spirits at 8, so that's fine. Right, I'm just gonna do a little outro for YouTube here. Or end stream, but. Right, so yeah, dealt with the Moon Knights and that corrupted Grey Mane. I think I might just go back to the main quest now. Begin progressing chapter 10. Let's do this.
Not funny, mate.
Stop the recording for YouTube. Happy days. Yeah, I think I might leave it there as well. To be fair, with stream. Let's just have a look what else is in the quest line. Their bounties. That's complete. Alfonso, he's got 1 request there. That's just talking. So I do some of these off stream just because I feel like they're not the most like insane or thrilling, but I know people like watching people play games. Like I say, I probably could have streamed like all the farm and everything, but say it's just very mundane repetitiveness. I try and make the streams a bit more like actiony through the game. Yeah. Alright, yeah. I think yeah. Next time, if next stream, maybe tomorrow, but definitely Wednesday if not. Might do that quest. That one's done now. So I thought, yes, there must have been another moon type night. I don't know where I really heard that. Commissions, yeah, the commissions are just ongoing requests. Yeah, I think it's just worth progressing the main story. Yeah. Next stream we'll crack on with the main story because it feels like we have got a number of side quests, but it feels like there's nothing. I'll probably just do them off stream. In a sense. And yeah, we'll spend the skills. Cool. Oh, cool. Alright then. Well, chat, we're going to leave it there. Thank you to everyone who's viewed the stream, whether it's live or on the VOD. I appreciate you all. Thank you to everyone who showed love and support so far on all the socials. There is new short form out today, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, new reel. It's a rage compilation, so be sure to check that if you can. Thank you. You can be able to drop a like, comment, a follow, a share, anything you can give on the socials. Much appreciated. It all really does help me, just as it does watching the streams, even if it's just briefly, or watching the VODs, anything like that. So yeah, thank you all. I love streaming, and hopefully I'm here for a long time with it, and there's a big future ahead with it for me. So yeah, appreciate you all. Thank you all. Have a beautiful rest of your evening, whatever you're up to. And yeah, maybe on tomorrow, may not be, it just depends how the day falls, but definitely should be back on Wednesday. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Love and appreciate you all. Have a good one. I'll catch you in the next stream. See you.